You're good to go.
Good afternoon. Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Ryan. Welcome to Midday Market Update. It's a pleasure. Oh, I got to take over the mouse, Joey. There we go. I had to minimize. I was hearing myself in the echo. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Just take care of some business. If everyone can hear me, everybody can see me, just respond with the appropriate VV VectorVest VV Nation in the chat. Let's see here. Go XRP SMCI. You don't have to put on the red light. You don't have to put on the red light. Hey, did you like the title? I came up with that today. We're going to get into the stories here in just a moment. But if one of the biggest stories I can find, we're going to talk about it, is SMCI. They got the new auditor. Come to find out, they didn't find any irregularities, or at least that's what the headlines are saying right now. Do I think the drama is over? No, but I think if you bought SMCI in the 20s and low 30s, I think you're probably going to be happy with it overall. Yeah, penny-wise, I saw that. Pat Gelsinger's out. And what about Stellantis CEO? Also leaving early. A lot of big changes when it comes the CEOs here in the big U.S. industry. See, Pat Gelsinger's out. My brother told me INC closing a bunch of facilities in Oregon. I'm not surprised, penny-wise. Intel, I mean, who's talking about Intel? No one's excited about Intel's chips. Pat Gelsinger, him leave. He was retired, right? And because I pulled up the story, but he retired. What's going on with SMCI? Amir, it's up 20%, Amir. We're going to get into it. Joey, let's go ahead and let's take us to the VectorVest 7 software first. Let's do that. Or actually, I'm right in here. We're going to go to the story. All right, first story. Supermicro hire new CFO, says independent review finds no evidence of fraud. This story, we're on Yahoo Finance right now. It's all over the news. It started coming out, I think yesterday evening was the first rumor. And then by this morning, a lot of the news outlets were reporting on this. They should have never hired Pat. He sucks. Pat Gelsinger, yeah, he was hired, 2-3 years ago? Never really turned around the company. Even with the CHIPS Act and all of, essentially, I mean, they had, Trump in their corner, trying to rebuild China's chip industry and still just could not do it. I said, so SMCI is a good company. Amir, I said, the only reason why I like SMCI is because of the valuation standpoint. And I said, if what they did get accused for, how much really would they have cooked their books, right? I mean, the stock was down to $20 at one point. We valued it. It was around 100. The valuations even came back a little bit, but still, again, it all came down to whether or not you just had to, the stomach to withstand some of that volatility. I've worked with Pat. He is terrible. Akshaya, that's not very nice. Nvidia buying it. We should sell all stocks and buy SMCI now. Hey, I'm not totally against that, Amir, but just know it's going to be volatile in your portfolio. Hey, everybody, I don't see Glenn, so I guess Ryan is singing happy birthday to me day. Janice, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to Janice. I'm very excited. Look at this. Monday, I normally don't get to do a live stream, but there's a lot of big news out here. So the first thing we just covered, SMCI. We're going to break it down in the chart. Last Wednesday, I did a video on SMCI. It was right at the precipice of its downward trend line, getting ready to break it. Today, it officially did break that, along with great news. Yes, I am on the SMCI bandwagon. If their new auditor is coming out and telling me no problems, yeah, I can see it. The way I would do it, if you got the money, I don't know what size your accounts are, but I'd be buying 100 lots of 100 shares of SMCI and selling options against it. Calls or puts, depending how you feel about the position. Probably more so way out of the money calls because of the high volatility. You're still going to collect some premium. If it does go up there, at least your underlying asset's going to gain in value. Or you could sell protective puts against it, right? Just depending how you want to play it. But I just want to say that if you're selling options and you're holding SMCI, you're collecting a whole lot of premium right now. That's the point I want to get to you. Let's see here. Janice, if Ryan ain't singing, I am game for Joey. Joey, you singing today? I don't think Joey's singing today, Janice.
Not singing.
Joey said, no, he's not saying. How about Janet? How about I find you a good stock to buy today on your birthday? We'll make you some money. That's probably better than a song for me anyways. I'm not as talented as Glenn might be. So yeah, first story, if you're just coming in, SMCI, it's getting the green light for me. The accountant came out, no irregularities. We'll touch more based on that in just a moment. Second story, Intel. I know Stellantis, their CEO, left early, especially next year. But look, it's another shakeup. Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger, he really wasn't in the job that long. Maybe 2 years? But you say he's out. The stock up 5%. So you can see investors enthused about it. Guess they're not a big fan of Pat Gelsinger. I don't think Pat Gelsinger was just brought to the company. Intel's problems is not his fault. I'll put it like that. I know he might be the scapegoat, but they had problems way before he started coming here. I still won't touch SMCI. Pennywise, SMCI, it's going to be volatile. There's going to be news coming out on both ends. But with the accounting company coming out and saying that, I'd have to be more optimistic than pessimistic at this time. And it's SMCI. But there's a concern about SMCI, and I'm not going to really touch on it on a whole lot in this live stream, just because I'm thinking about doing a video on this matter either this Thursday, probably be this Thursday. And this is it. Intel CEO no longer inside Tabula. My brother works at Intel, and he said the problems are entrenched, but Pat made it worse. Okay, that could have been a thing. He could have made it worse. It looks like investors, they're happy he's gone. Stock's up 5% today, up just over $1 off this news. So I'm not too surprised by that. The chart looks good on SMCI. Lee, yes. You saw the downward trend line? I did a short about that last week. Just put it on your radar. So I try to give you trade setups before the pop, because people always be like, well, it already made its move. So if you've noticed over the past month or so, I've been trying to give you little trade alerts potentially before the trade happens. So if you did get into it last week, based off of that, that downward trend line that we were approaching, optimism, it's working out well for you. If you're waiting for the follow through this week on SMCI, hey, I'm not mad at it. But yeah, just know SMCI, it's still going to be volatile. And just because the accountant practice said this, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But, time will tell. I will say this, if you're wondering whether I'm bullish or bearish on the market right now, I'm actually holding some DOEs on the Qs. I got the 316 strike, expires today. I bought them for 20 cents a piece this morning. I don't know what they're at right now. I know we're just about to hit my strike price right now on the Qs, 515.95. We're 5 cents away from in the money. So I feel I've probably about doubled up on those. So we'll take a look at those in just a moment here. But look at this one. Tesla getting more attention. And people are just coming out straight up saying it. Trump boosting brand enthusiasm. That's what it's about right now. Don't try to oversell me on the robots and all this stuff that ain't come out yet. No, the only reason the stock is up is this right here. Trump enthusiasm. Elon Musk is in Trump's corner. Yeah, and it probably will work out well. And if you're buying Tesla, yeah, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. This is the other story I have for you before we get into the VectorVest 7 software. I've been telling you about the stock. Antimony. I still don't know what antimony is. All I know is that the Pentagon needs it. It's a rare earth metal. China controls it. You can see right here, it went from $6,000 a ton to $38,000 per ton. Look at the sentence. Look at the first sentence of the article here. The Pentagon just got a painful wake-up call. Boom. Their antimony now costs almost 4 or 5 times as much as it did. And that is what's going to lead me to the U.S. antimony stock. U.S. antimony, that was a video I did last week or the week before. But I've been talking about antimony now for a little while. I'm telling you, rare earth minerals, I know the big talk the last few years, the last administration has been lithium and, certain components for, AI chip making. But if you look at the list of rare earth metals or, whatever you want to call them, antimony, some of these other lists, if you just look at the prices of these rare earth metals, they're all skyrocketing. Parabolic moves to the upside on some of these metals. AI is obviously going to be a driver in some of that. MP, where does does rare earth metals. Yes, I did a list. There's a video, rare earth metal stocks. And I actually did them around the world. The video didn't get the best views because I knew rare earth metals and the search engine optimization, the algorithm on YouTube probably not going to do that well. But I do sacrifice views to make sure I give you good information. So make sure you hit that like button because I really try to, stay loyal to you guys. Rare earth metals, you can pull up, but it was like 2 weeks ago. But the company was US Antimony. And well, actually, let's just go into the VectorVest 7 software. See where the money's at today. Let's see here. Where is VectorVest 7? There we go. Boom. All right. Here we are on the home page of the VectorVest 7 software. By the way, if you're just joining in, you can see down below, Cyber Monday, we've got a trial. 99 cents. For 99 cents, you get 30 days of access to the VectorVest 7 software. And I'll be honest with you, with the market rallying right now, MTI at what, 1.35, giving us potential. And the reason why I'm referring to the MTI is because MTI gives a sense if the market is overbought, oversold, if there's still some more room to run. Well, historically, it likes to top out around 1.5, maybe 1.6 on a stretch. But ultimately, what I'd say is there's still more upside potential. Everyone's talking about the Santa rally. We can see right now the tech, NASDAQ up $210, just over 1%. Dow Jones faltering here, down 126. So if I'm going to run this rally, obviously NASDAQ being tech heavy, it looks like tech is leading the charge right here. But if I look at the top RT sectors, just to look at some winners here, let me scoot this over just a tad. We got metal products, insurance, bank, computer, steel. So these are what's hot in the market right now. But this right here, that's why I think really the NASDAQ is jumping right now, that computer space up 0.46%. So I just want to put this on your radar, this computer stock space. Let's see here. Oh. You good, Joey? Can I take the mouse? Oh. You're good. All right. Let me go to viewers. All right. So these are the lists I want to take a look at for you today before we take a look at some of your stocks. We got the boomers. These are ones that are moving up quite a bit today. Look at that. Super Micro. For several of the lists I have for you today, Super Micro is going to be in them. And I'm not here just to promote Super Micro, but I'm telling you, opportunity is presenting itself. The accounting firm already came out and said that there's no irregularities. And the stock up 29% today. Look, we're currently trading $42. We value the stock at $74. $74.98. If you don't have the stomach for volatility, probably stay away from Super Micro, If I didn't hear from the new auditor saying there's no regularities, I wouldn't be talking about Super Micro today. I'm gonna be honest. No, I wouldn't be talking about it. No, even if it just jumped up 30%, I'd still be like, nah. But now we're actually getting real reason to believe. Yeah, SMCX, you mean SMCI, Amir? Way up, right? 30%. Look at these other ones. Founder Group, Limited, FGL, Novo, up 41%. Let's graph these. Let's see if we're getting any kind of follow through here. Oh. Look at that. SMCI broke its downward trend line and is in the fast lane here. So let's go to 3 months. That's why I did the video last week. I said, hey, put SMCI on your radar. It's approaching this downward trend line. Whether you're, it's a take profit opportunity or confirmation like we did today on the upside. And look at today's bottom wick. Retested that trend line. Perfect retest, almost like an anchor for the bulls. I've seen that before, that retest. I like it. That is a perfect full-bodied candlestick, breakout, good news. SMCI, I like it. And I can't not lie. I won't lie. FGL, look at this. Full-bodied candlestick today. We're in the fast lane. Honestly, if you're not in it, I'd want to, we're kind of going to, this would be over like a resistance zone for me. I'd want to get above this zone. But look, we do got the buy rating as of today. So I just want to throw that out there. Look at NVCR. Look at that bottom wick. Ooh, that thing is, I think we're probably about to get a nice body on this. Look at that stock over 28 down to 25. Look at all the pre-market move. There's the wick coming in. Yeah. Now we're at session highs for the day here. That was the open. Yeah, we just surpassed into the open right now at trading at sessions highs. That actually might be shaping up for some new momentum right there. I like that. Here we've got Arquick Quantum going to the downside. Not much momentum here at all. Not a big fan. We got SPAI. This one, a lot of momentum to the upside. Let's go back to 3 month. Look at that. Nice full body candlestick here. We see last time I got out to these levels, quick retracement, but still in the fast lane. So I like the optimism there. Here's AMPX. Nice. Look at it. It just entered the fast lane as of today. Full body candlestick. Currently trading at sessions high 261 currently. DPOs. The short-term DPO was negative. Quick went right back into positive territory. This actually, I like this one a lot. Even the equity curve in general. Let's go to 6 months. Yeah, nice move the last 3 months there. Fossil Group. They must have just had earnings. This must be the watches. Fossil watches. Look at that. Big, full-body candlestick. I don't like that upper wick, though. Anybody know the news on this on Fossil? Let's see. Let me check on earnings. Nope, it's not earnings. Are you talking about this? Jazz? You're talking about Fossil, the cup? So what Jazz is talking about is a cup and handle situation. If I use a... Okay, yeah. So this is actually the same formation. So there's the cup I'm drawing, right? Let's zoom in here. That I talked about with Bitcoin before the run in October, right? So with Bitcoin, same thing with Fossil. You had a nice long uptrend, right? Cup. There's the cup. Waiting on the handle. The handle will be right around here around this 240 level. But a cup and handle is supposed to be a continuation of a trend, right? So if this does play out, we got an uptrend, intraday, cup. If the handle plays out to the upside, it looks like we'll probably get a continuation going into the close. So I like that. Yes, Jazz, I do see that here. What's he saying? SMCI trading at what price, please, Sean? SMCI is trading, I think, like 42, 43 right now. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment. But ultimately, if you're just tuning in, you got to ask yourself or not whether, you got the kahunas essentially to buy SMCI or step into it. But the auditor came out, said no irregularities. So the stock is just, it's going crazy right now. It's going to the upside. We're valuing the stock over $70. So just know the only reason you need to be buying it right now is simply because the auditor came out and said no irregularities, right? That's all. XRP crypto way up. Yeah, XRP is still rocking and rolling. Bitcoin, I know there's been some hesitation around the 100,000 level, but we're probably about to break that. It's gonna want to run some more here. Let's see here. SMCX. Oh, this is the long SMCI. Okay, look at this. Went from $70 to $82. There we go. So someone was talking about SMCX earlier in the chat. I forgot about the ETF. I thought you were talking about there's just a miss for SMCI, but yeah, double leverage. The way I'm looking at it is, if I'm going to risk it for SMCI with all the drama around them, I'd probably just double leverage it. Yeah, I can see that. Or maybe even do like half SMCX or half. It depends how volatile you want to be. But me personally, is he saying SMCI? Sean, yeah, well, SMCX is the chart here is 2 times leverage. So if you're really wanting to risk it, you can just do SMCX. And look, you see I got my Weeble alert here. GameStop down 5%. Yeah, I'm not into GameStop. I don't even know why Weeble still sends me alerts on that. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got some more stocks. This one, not so much. Let's close out of this. All right, these were the boomers. These are the stocks moving the most today. This one here, bullish engulfing candlestick. What about long calls on SMCI to buy? Phyllis, I'm not a buyer of SMCI. I was looking at options last week when I did the video on SMCI. I was thinking something more like March, May. Give me a couple months. Let the dust settle kind of thing. The premiums, astronomically expensive. It wasn't even really worth it to me. I was looking way out of the money for deals. Couldn't even find them. So Phil's, the way I look at it is, if you can afford it, buy you 100 shares of SMCI and go ahead and start writing covered calls against it. Or protective puts, either way. But when it comes to SMCI, I am a seller because of volatility. SMCI, seller of the options. How does option trading work on 2 times leverage stocks? Any benefit of buying option on rather than the main stock? Well, this situation, because I just looked at SMCI's options last week, you got to think about it. The stock went from 20, well, we'll start at the beginning. The stock went from $100 down to $20, now past 40, all within a few months. This stock is moving and rocking and rolling so much right now. Being a buyer of options, it's so expensive. No, I'm a seller on SMCI. Yeah, if you got the money and you want to buy them, sure. But otherwise, me personally, I'd rather buy just a SMCX 2 times leverage, you know, if I really want to get a bang for my buck, like the whole point of options. But with options, they're just so expensive right now. I'd much rather be a seller. Thanks to Fossil, I jumped on that one. Jazz, I like Fossil. Yeah, that cup and handle, again, continuation of an uptrend, just like what I said with the Bitcoin cup and handle back in October. So Fossil, that's probably going to be a great day trade, honestly, Jazz. Hopefully that'll make you some good money there. Bullish and golfing. So I ran these Friday. So these are the ones that appeared Friday. So let's graph them and look for follow through. So we'll go to 1 month. So there's the bullish and golfing, got follow through, new high. Here we go. SUPV group. This is the bank in the fast lane. Look, nice equity curve. This is probably just one of your easiest trades ever. I mean, the equity curve in the fast lane, bullish and golfing, confirmation, new high. This is it. Grupo Superville. Easy trade. I like Ryan's other favorite stocks like ARM, TSM. John, I do like those. They just have not been getting the love. When they get the love, I'll give it to you, because ARM was in a descending channel. AMD, I think it just broke its downward trend line. But just, you know, when things happen, I'll definitely talk about them. But yeah, Phyllis, because I saw you retracted your statement. I didn't see what that message was, but I'd much be a seller of the options. ARM is pumping today. Okay, we might have to take a look at ARM. But look, this stock here, not, you know, this is just an easy trade. Lower left, upper right, fast lane, bullish and golfing, confirmation. This is it. This is it. I like this. SUPV. I'm not going to say this is going to make you a millionaire, but this is easy money in the bank right here. John Boss said TSM is moving out of the base and a buy rating today. TSM is always a buy in my book, John. The reason why? It's the whole reason for the AI revolution. We would have AI if it wasn't for TSM. TSM's always a good deal, in my opinion. As long if TSM is below the VectorVest valuation, I will never be like, oh, that's a bad idea to buy TSM. You know, unless it's got to be really ugly in the general market. But TSM, it's still, in my opinion, one of the most important companies in the world. Honestly, maybe more important than NVIDIA, if not just as important. I mean, those two are in tandem. I mean, no one is replacing those two companies. I might have went on a limb and said that, but it's kind of how I feel. You know, I mean, think about it, the U.S. government is trying to get off at TSM, you know, with this CHIP Act, you know, and utilizing Intel and, you know, giving all these billions of dollars to our companies, or to our U.S. companies. And guess what? We're still using Taiwan Semiconductor. So yeah, any day is a good day, John, to buy some TSM. Look, the ARM's up 5% today. We might have to look at ARM, but look, HEMS. I like HEMS. I've talked about it before, but we're not getting confirmation today. Again, these were bullish candlesticks. There's the bullish golfing. No confirmation today. Wicks. Nope. Oh. Booma. Actually, yeah, but I don't like that upper wick. Oh. Hey, Janice, you're talking about, look, ARM moving up. Got the alert. 5.03% today. Hey. With that descending channel on ARM, we might have just had some buying opportunities. Bill Burgess says blasphemy. Bill, what you talking about, blasphemy? Let's see. We got Grim. This actually looks pretty good. We got, it's pretty tight, but it is in the fast lane. We got the pinch, but it looks like we're getting a breakout to the upside here. What are your thoughts on NVDL and DFIN today? We'll have to take a look at them. All I know is my options on Qs are still rolling up. I told you I'm bullish into the close today. I'm bullish. I normally would never hold a DOE option while doing a live stream, but hey, you know, It is what it is today when you're feeling optimistic on a Monday, right? Let's see here. Cadence Design System. This actually, that's got some follow through today too. I like that one. RL Insurance, no, nothing there. Quidian, no. We got the bullish engulfing, but no follow through. So we had a couple on that bullish engulfing with them follow through. All right, before we get to your picks, here we go. This is one of my favorite things to look at. I normally only do it when I cover for a live stream for Glenn, or if you watch my shorts. Again, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button as well. Cyber Monday. Today is Cyber Monday. Great deal. You see the market rallying. Make some money in the market. Look at this, 99 cents. You're going to go out there and you're going to waste probably $10 on a cup of coffee or buying something stupid today anyways. Might as well get you some money. Take out that trial, 99 cents. Yeah, it's so much more than just hearing me and Glenn talking on YouTube. You know, you get the full access of the software. And I'm about to show you some power of that software. So here, most valued or most undervalued QQQ, did a watch list. NASDAQ 100. Resorted that watch list. Price divided by value. You see here? This gave me the most undervalued stocks in the NASDAQ 100. These are the 10 stocks that came in the list. I put those stocks in order by VST, Super Micro. This is actually the #1 undervalued stock in the NASDAQ 100. And they just announced their new accounting firm. No, what's the word I'm looking for? No, I just had a brain fart. Well, now it's up 33%. Did the Google valuation go up with the government wanting to split it up? I don't know how that's going to affect it. But see the valuation here at 241. Oh, I need to take the mouse for that. There we go. Google's number is 2 on this list. Meta. I've been talking about Meta, and this is the whole reason why I started doing the undervalued QQQ watch list. It's because of Meta, right? Look at this. Trading at 593. When I started doing this was in the 300s here. Let's graph these. SMCI hired BDO, Ryan. BDO, irregularities. Yep, no delisting. Yep, no delisting. Where are we on the MTI today? No crimes and SMCI. No crimes and SMCI. There it is. No delisting. No shenanigans. MTI, we talked about that. I was at 1.35 earlier when we talked about it. It rose to 1.36. That was actually one of the first things I mentioned on the live stream today. Just saying, hey, there's still some upside in the market for the Santa rally. Everything's playing out pretty nicely. Walter, no hanky panky. All right, let's graph these and we're going to go to your stocks. So these are the most undervalued stocks in the NASDAQ 100. Look at this. SMCI, look, broke its downward trend line, fast lane, undervalued, buy rating, everything. Everything you need to know about SMCI is there. The accounting irregularities, it's behind us. Old news, buy rating, back in action today. Full body candlestick today. Investigate Hindenburg. Yeah, they probably, I wouldn't be surprised if what about that? What if Hindenburg should be sued, right? Think about all these people that lost money. We've all seen the lawyers coming out. Oh, if you lost money with SMCI, blah, 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 contact us. What happens if what Hindenburg says is a lie? I'm not saying it is, but what if it is, comes out to be a lie? Can they be sued? Can they be held liable for all these punitive damages that SMCI? Okay, you sold me on it, Ryan. I just started a position in SMCI. I really did like SMCI, but my only hesitation, because especially here on the channel, I don't want you guys to lose money or give you headaches, was because what if the news this week was that they did find irregularities? The stock would be down 36%, or if not more. But it's the adverse, right? So it looks like the negative news is behind us. The technicals, even if you just want to ignore the news or just old news now, look at the technicals. Fast lane, broke the downward trend line, brand new buy rating. We value at $74. All right, I'm not going to talk about SMCI anymore. I won't do it. I'm not touching SMCI with the stock under its 200-day. And John, you shouldn't. And I will put this out there. If you are not aggressive in nature or have the stomach for volatility, don't do it. Move on. Don't give yourself a headache before the holidays. All right, let's see here. Next one, Google. Let's go to 6 months. See what these look like. Google, you see, I haven't looked at Google in a while. Let's see here. What's Google doing? Google is retesting from the bottom, this upper trend line here. So I'd have to get it back above the trend line, but really, you know, I think there's other opportunities. Google, I'm not there for you, Google. I feel so dirty now. Meta, here we got Meta. You see, I haven't touched Meta in a while, but look, Meta actually, broke its downward trend line, reapproaching that trend line here, just entered the fast lane. I like Meta a lot. I'm pretty sure I hold it in my afternoon AMA portfolio. Let's see the where is value? No, I don't have value on here. Oh, we're on the star search. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go to, this is a new layout I did. 3-8 Bollinger Band. So this has got the 3-8 and the Bollinger Band with star search. See the star search here, the yellow lines. So we're in the fast lane. This is Lululemon. I like Lululemon. Look at that thing is rocking and rolling. I've talked about Lululemon a lot when it was the valuation. Look, the valuation here applied. The technical's not in her favor, but again, I like AMAT. These are all great stocks here. You know, they're not rocking and rolling right now, but they're undervalued. If you just want some great stocks in your list, I'm not talking about high momentum swing trades, but if you just want great undervalued stocks, and a lot of these do seem to be presenting some opportunities. You know, look, Picard, definitely. Look at nice uptrend. It looks like it's about to get in the fast lane again. All the moving averages in our favor. I have my chart set up like that. So, oh, Seth, you do too? Yeah, I just got this idea the last week. I was like, we like Bollinger Band, and I really like the 3-8 and 20. Why not just put them together? And that's what I did. And then I got valuation, and then down below I've got forecasted data. So whether, you know, whether I want to do some swing trading or just find a nice, you know, undervalued stock with great fundamentals, forecasted data can all be done here with this layout. I like it. But look at this Qualcomm. It's really trying to find a level of support here. It's 157. It's 162 right now. I mean, if you're a believer in the company, which I am, you can see valuation on the rise here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind being a buyer here and setting a stop around just, you know, probably around 157, maybe a little bit less. I mean, you put a 7% trailing stop on here, just, you know, in the beginning, get you a little buffer zone. But this might actually need 5 more lines on that chart. Yikes. Which line is that? Let me take these off. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's use the 20 and then we'll have the Bollinger Bands. Boom, there we go. Bollinger Bands with the 20. So here, price action, AstraZeneca, this actually might be a good bottom fishing opportunity. Look at the price action just getting above that 20-day EMA and into the fast lane. We are seeing a down day today, so I'd like to see confirmation, probably take out today's open, or I'd say yesterday's high, really. Let's go to 3-month here. Yeah, if we could take out that would be a pretty good bottom fishing opportunity. I mean, look at the valuation. The company, we're trading it, or valuing it near $100, currently trading, you know, only 2/3 of that, really. Can you please look at TPC? What time is it? Yeah, we're going to start looking at your stocks. We got one more here. GLD, Gilead Sciences, drug company. I mean, look at this. Nice lower left, upper right. Undervalued, forecasted data on the rise. RT is below 1 for Qualcomm. Let's see here. Well, yeah, 0.99. Get some confirmation there. It's real close. It's one of my top healthcare holdings. Yeah, I mean, these are actually great stocks here. Like, I mean, these aren't going to be, well, other than SMCI, obviously. But the rest of these, I mean, these aren't, you know, high-flying, crazy companies. I mean, these are big, well-known companies that are just trading at discounts right now. But what I do like about these companies, look, because a lot of times, usually when companies become undervalued is because our investors aren't, you know, excited about them. But look at this. Forecasted data, double digits for the most part. Buy ratings on just about, you know, half of these positions here. So that does mean that there is momentum to the upside with this list. I like it overall. But let's take a look at some stocks you guys got going on today. Let's see your customer picks midday. Here we go. Let's take a look at the market before we go ahead and start putting in your stocks. Kramer said sell SMCI. At least he's consistently pathetic. All right. Go to viewers. Let's see here. CNK, ORN. I risked it with SMCX. I gained. That's why I said, I mean, it really comes down to what you're comfortable with risking. You know, I was referring to Ryan twisting your arm. ARM. Jazz, we're going to take a look at ARM. Defend. Whew. Any idea why Archer is down? Oh, let's take a look at Archer. Let's see here. Archer. Ooh. Archer Aviation. VCIG. City. Toast. Hey, I like Toast a lot, actually. I think we talked about that last week. They have, I don't know about all around the country, but at least here in North Carolina, they have like a monopoly on the POS system for restaurants here. Let's see here. Let's add some more. All right, what we got here? DXCM. NVDL, someone mentioned here. 2 shares. I like NVDL. And the reason why I like NVDL is because, again, NVIDIA, great company, but with a market cap as large as it is, we're just not going to get the bags, you know, we know NVIDIA for. So, yeah, being able to leverage NVIDIA 2 times, I like it. I like NVDL. All right, let's start off with these. Let's graph these here. Why is... There we go. All right. Here, graph these. All right, now looking at these companies here, we've got 15 to start off with. As soon as we go through these, we'll get some more. Majority of these stocks, buy ratings. I do like that. Forecasted data. Kind of all over the place here. 0 in some of these. Negative. Yeah. We don't have a watch list average. For some reason, it's not appearing. There we go. See if we don't stream it. There we go. If we don't stream it, the watch list average is your stocks are overvalued. Fundamentally decent, nothing, not horrible, not great, pretty neutral actually. But overall, these stocks are an uptrend. 1.27 on the RT. Forecasted data, double digits on average after all of that. So let's see here. We got some great stocks. We got Toast, Netflix. Toast is at the top of the list here. Look at that. RT 1.75. Whew, that thing is moving. Let's graph these here. Ooh, that is something I don't like. Price action just crossed over. No longer in the fast lane. We are above the 20-day EMA. If you're in it, I mean, this stock's been rock and roll. It went for what? 25, 30 bucks, over 40 in just a few weeks. You got to ask yourself, but I'd be protective profits right here. You know, at least take, you know, some off the table. Oh, let me scroll down here. Poet. I'll add Poet in just a second. 213. Let's see here. Scroll down. Look at Netflix. Back in the fast. I like Netflix a lot. Netflix was see the valuation here. Overvalued right now. Look at Netflix. Oh, even though it's overvalued, but look at it. The valuation just continues to grow here. So you can tell it, you know, investors just typically like to trade it a little bit out of a premium, I see. But forecasted earnings per share, growth rate, sales growth rate, all on the rise over the last. It's Netflix. Ain't nothing going on with them. And then next year they're getting more into live sports. I know the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I know it wasn't what we wanted, but it's what we got. But I think it was just good for their company in general to get the publicity. But just the step in the live sports for them and live entertainment. They did the was it the roast to Tom Brady earlier this year. So I think just them experimenting and creating a lot of hype with the live streams that they've come out with so far. And they've been pretty popular. I mean, even though we didn't really like the fight with Mike Tyson and J Ball, we all watched it, right? Had to see Mike Tyson's cheeks, yeah, Pennywise, and we, and there, we all did. But then next year, what was it, WWE? I think they're gonna get some football contracts, but I think Netflix, if they can get some exposure to sports and some news, I wish Netflix had a news option. Even if it wasn't local, but just some kind of news option. It's kind of nice to have that on an app. But we'll see what Netflix. They're a great company. Here we got Cinemark Holdings. WWE was an exclusive contract. Amazon is also getting heavy into live sports. Yes, I do see that. And live sports, like especially football, it's really complicated to keep up with football games. You gotta have all these different streaming services and whatnot. But hey, talking about undervalued companies, look at this. Cinemark Holdings. Lower left, upper right on the valuation. Lower left, upper right on the price action. I like what I see here. Rising forecasted earnings. Look, growth rate earnings and sales growth rate did falter. But look, growth rate, 27%. It just hit an not all time. Might be all time. Definitely a 12-month high. No, not all time. But look at that. It's actually going back to pre-COVID days. You see, there's COVID. Look at that. The movie theater business going back to COVID. And you can see the valuation falling off like a rock. But look at the valuation now. As consumers make their way back into the theaters. This actually might be a good stock because look, it's only trading at 35. Pre-COVID, this was easily above $35. This was getting closer to 45. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at. And valuation from the VectorVest metrics is ultimately right at almost at all-time highs. The highest we've ever valued it was at $50, and that was back in 2017. So this might actually be interesting. Again, not, the most glamorous stock out there in the world, but just logically thinking, theaters coming back, stocks at 35, easily was into the 40s. I like it. I think it's a good trade. Are there better stocks out there? Probably so. Let's go back to let's go 3 months. Orion Construction. Come on, 3 months. I done broke the software. There we go. 3 months. Here we go. Let's go to 6 months. Orion, I don't like that chart. It's lower than it was 6 months ago. If you are going to bottom fish it, yeah, it's just the price momentum. As long as price action stays above that 20-day EMA, and honestly, you could probably just draw a freehand line just to make things real simple. And, oh, wait, no. Looks like we just broke that today. And we went down the slow lane. Nope, Orion. Nope. Especially if you're trading it. If you're investing it, I don't really see it as the best investment. But especially if you're trading it, I mean, the momentum was right here. Boom, we just broke that upper trend line into the slow lane. I'm not really in it. AMC had good news last week. That's actually a good choice. AMC, huh? Remind me that. We'll take a look at AMC as we get through these stocks here. Let me write that down. AMC. Because we did just look at Cinemark, so it would make sense. And with all the big companies, we have what? Wicked, we got Gladiator 2, a lot of big names. And what we saw like for the Barbie movies and the Oppenheimer, when these movies hit these, blockbuster hits come out, typically the movie theater stocks do well. So I get the logic, from a swing trading point as well. Beat me to it. Yeah, right. Yeah, look at AMC. Let's do that. Here's AVAV, Aerospace and Defense. I know we've talked about this before, a lot of aerospace and defense, but look, this stock is doing nothing. Over the last 6 months, doing a whole lot of nothing. Doing a whole lot of nothing. Looks like, look, because I remember AVAV, especially COVID era, this was a high retail traded stock. Dolby, yeah, that would be another good one to play. But I don't see this. It's not doing much. Price action, momentum's to the downside, overvalued. I'm not there. I know the company. I'm familiar with it. I'm not going to say it's a bad company by any means, but just not the greatest opportunity. I am going to say this, though. Look at this big monster of a channel we're in. At least 6 months right here. I want to see price action break out. Do something. You know, otherwise, you're just going to be sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm really curious about AVAV's earnings on the 13th. That might be the catalyst we need, Pennywise, to get out of this channel. Do something. You know, poke it with a stick. Do something, little guy. Do something. But right now, it's just not doing anything. But look, I mean, the data's good. The growth rate in earnings, 28%. Sales growth rate, 24%. AMC, 8.8 million attendance last week. Yep, $200 is the resistant, it seems. Yeah, somewhere in here, about two. Yeah, that's going to be my first level resistance, probably about right here. And yeah, I'd want to see this stock get out of its own way. But if you're in it right now, I mean, my absolute cutoff is going to be somewhere, you know, south of 170, probably about 170. I would definitely be getting concerned here. All right, NVDL. There's the breakout we've all talked about. I mean, it's NVIDIA. It's not going anywhere. NVIDIA, actually, we're going to take a look at NVIDIA. I'd rather look at NVIDIA than just NVDL. I'm going to put that down here too. NVDA. Citigroup. I've talked about the banks. I did banking. I was right before the election. And it's hot. I mean, banking stocks are hot right now. Citigroup being one of the biggest ones out there. Yeah, I'm going to put in there. Look at sales growth rate. Forecast data is not spectacular, but it's a big company. Let's see here. Citi. Let's go to 1 year. Look at that. Nice investment. This is a good stock to have in your portfolio. I wouldn't mind Citi. You know, at least one of the big names. DXCM, Dexcom, healthcare products. I'm going to tell you right now, what are we playing here? What game are we playing? Fill the gap. That's the game, right? Look at that. This is 107. I will say this. Once it's gapped down, it has been in the gap ever since. And it's at a high right now in that gap at 79. So this actually, I'd be playing this as a gap fill. You know, long-term investment, I don't know, because it's overvalued. Valuation, not only earnings per share on the rise, growth rate 23. I don't know. I don't know that much about the company. You say long-term investment, but as far as a trade, I'm going to say, look, we got a big old gap to fill, and the stock's been wanting to be in that gap since the gap has occurred, and the buy ratings. Look at the transition: strong sell, hold. Got a one little sliver of a buy, saying, hey, don't forget about me. I could potentially come back. But now look at these buys starting to come back more frequently. Now we're getting a stronger buy. This actually might be a really good bottom fishing strategy. Like I said, you know, figure out what the stock is. This gap down here, is this earnings? Oh, wait. Where'd it go? Yep, it was earnings. So just, you know, maybe look at the news, see what happened there. Well, here's another earnings since then. You probably personally review and mention hundreds of stocks each week. How many do you actually trade on? How many do you manage and how do you manage all these deals? Well, Quan, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know a lot of people ask me this question. I actually don't buy or trade many stocks since having this position. The only reason why, well, I'm gonna say the only reason why I got this job, but one of the reasons why put me in the radar to get this job as day trading options, and I did very well. Very, very familiar with trading. But honestly, I don't really have much time to trade because I find most fun in day trading options. But now I don't really have the time to trade. But the good thing about that is I have no reason to be biased. I ain't got no reason to say, you know, let's pump this stock or let's push this stock down. No. Because before I had this position, I was actually managing the call center. And because we have markets all over the world, I mostly focus in Australia. So I worked at night and was able to trade during the day. Now I work during the day, so I can't really trade during the day. But it's fun. I love doing this. So even though I do miss it, and I think you guys saw last week where I did do a day trade on the Qs, and I bought some today. I'm just trying to get all this info to work for me. No, Quan, I definitely get it. I don't know if you're a subscriber to VectorVest or not. You know, we'll get back to that in just a moment because I was thinking about doing a video concept of what if I just went through the VectorVest software and just showed you exactly what I would do. Like just spent 5-10 minutes to show you exactly where I would go, what I would do to look for hot stocks or anything like that. Buffett buying more Sirius, I heard. What is this? What is it with the stock? Sirius, I actually like Sirius a lot. See, your defend is down again today. Let's scroll through these. ARM. So that's the descending channel. And look, did we just break that descending channel? Hold up. Hey, y'all talk about trades and making money. You know I love ARM. What's it doing? It wants to break that descending channel. Just in time for this little holiday rally. I like it. I like it a lot. And with ARM, you know, I get, because everybody that watches this, there's so many different areas of their life. You know, some people watching this might only have $100 to invest. You know, they can't even afford the software. They're just, you know, they're trying to get into investing for the first time. And I respect that. Hey, I respect that 100%. And some people watching this, they've been doing it for 50 years and have a couple $1 million in their account. There's so many different people watching this, right? I don't know what you want or what you're trying to do, but all I can do is put different stocks in your ideas. And look at this ARM. Breaking this downward trend line. I like it. Proxy for Liberty Media Stake Series. What is this, Ross? Proxy. I'm not sure what that means. But I do like this. Look at price action broke the 20-day EMA and the down. This is actually really nice. This is a good trade setup. I like this. Put ARM on your list. If you're comfortable, who was talking about ARM? Someone's talking about it quite a bit. Was that you, John? Or was it you, Bill? Someone had mentioned ARM quite a bit. I have to scroll back up and see. But look at that full body candle. Let's zoom into a month here. Full bodied candlestick today. We're gonna get rid of value. It's distorting the graph. It is overvalued. I'm gonna throw that out there in the disclaimer of ARM. It is overvalued. But I still like the company. Look at that. Broke it. Yeah. Full body candlestick. That's actually really nice. I do like that. Remember the last time? So when I first started talking about ARM, it was about $50, $55 or something like that. Nothing crazy. And I was looking at ARM for some leap options right before this earnings. Do you guys remember that? This is when I was talking about I was like, hey, let me look at some. Because again, I don't have a whole lot of money. So I was looking at, you know, like 2 or 3 years out, way out of the money. And that thing just gapped up. And I just never got into it after that. I was kind of sad. But hey, we'll find some more opportunities. But if you're looking for a quick trade on ARM, or potential, you know, opening up a new position in ARM, now might be a good time to do that. Look, we're just breaking this downward trend line. I like it. But I will say, almost looks like a head and shoulders. Anybody see that? There's the shoulder. There's the head. There's the other shoulder. But just keep an eye on that. That would be the only other thing. I bought ARM open IPO date. Jasmine, you are doing good on it. Hopefully you're still holding it. Maybe sell some options against it. All right, let's move on. We got Ocean. Look, Ocean Power Tech. What is it? OPTT. Went from 2 cents to 10 cents to 72 cents. Who's pumping and dumping this guy? Who's putting this guy on here? Oh man, I don't. That's a high flyer. No, I sold at the top. Well, yes, that's always a good sign when you sell at the top. Who gave me this 5 flyer? Someone trying to give me a heart attack this morning. OPTT. Look at this. Just a few days ago, this stock was, let's see here. Just before I was eating some turkey last week, this stock was 15 cents. Now it's at 71 cents. I'm not going to lie. It's a banger. Oh, and it's moving up. Am I going to buy it now? No. Trump hates wind. I don't even know what that means, Akshay. Is this a wind company? Is that what you're talking about? Why is this company? Anybody know why this stock went from 10 cents to 80 cents? A clean energy company as Trump's coming into office. Something's up with this guy. We got to take a look at the news. Ryan, look at the wick though. Yeah, Bill. Wait, hey, I'm gonna shout out to my boy Glenn. That's got some wickedosity to it. That's some wickedosity to it, right? Ryan, do you think it matters when we have the membership where we can't see the real time and star search? Well, Lisa, I would say this, a real-time subscription would only really be beneficial for active traders or investors, you know. And when I say active, I mean, you're looking at stocks. Um, but even then, because even if you get but we have 15-minute delay. So unless you're day trading, you don't really need real time. And again, it also comes down to your account size. You know, if you got a couple $1,000,000 in your account, does the extra $30 a month really matter? No. But if your account does not have much money into it, yeah, you might have to, to take some cheaper routes, save some money in the beginning, right? Ryan, did you get Akshaya's insult on the president-elect? Yeah, no, I got it. MVST, I bought this at 48 cents and it's at $1. Not sure if I should keep it any longer. MVST, that's a new one. We'll take a look at it. MVST. But this one here, OPTT, this is a high flyer. With the wick at the top, this could go either way. I'm not even going to be skeptical on it. Just have a plan in place. That's all that matters, because the last thing you want is this stock to go back to 10 cents and you're still holding on to it, right? Here we go, RTX Aerospace and Defense. The defense in general, we saw defend. It's just not hot right now. So I can't really get too behind it. MVST is a Chinese EV battery company. All right, yeah, Pennywise, I wrote that down. We're going to go back around to these companies. Oh, we got about 4 minutes. We got to scroll through these. But I'm going to say right now, defense, is it hot right now? No, the space is not hot. Would I have some of it in my portfolio just in case, things hit the fan? Yes, obviously that depends how big your portfolio is, right? But as far as RTX, let's look here. 1 year value. The valuation, I'm just going to ignore because that looks ugly all the way around. Look, price action, lower left, upper right. This is it, RTX. As long as it stays above this simple trend line connecting the low back in beginning of the year and mid-year, as long as it stays above that line, I'm good there for an investment. But as long as it's below that 20-day EMA, I'm not going to trade it. That's how I think of that. And RTX has a big commercial side. Okay. Actually, I did see something about commercial delinquencies over the weekend. I got to look into that. You just reminded me about that. Anybody see an article about commercial delinquencies on the rise over the weekend? SMCX. Here we go. Look at that sucker. Again, SMCI, don't matter how you play it, options or whatnot, just know you got to have the stomach for it. If you're not, this is going to be volatile, because all it takes is for them to come out next week and say, oh, we did find an irregularity. Then what? Right? So I don't think SMCI is out of the woods. Now, if you bought last week or if you bought 2 weeks ago in the dip, you got a good buffer zone right now. That's the best thing you got going for you is a good buffer zone. So let's be honest there. All right, let's see here. We got Archer. Whoo, Archer took a big hit today. Defense is taking a big hit in general. That's why I said defense. I get the reason why to have a little bit of defense in your portfolio, but still. All right, a couple more stocks before we go. We're just real quick. We got AMC, MVST, and we're gonna take a look at Nvidia. Just regular old Nvidia. AMC, whoo, that thing's popping out. Look at that in the fast lane above the 20-day EMA. This thing might be moving actually. This is I don't like the upper wick. AMC, I get it, and I do like the trade, but it's a tough one because it's so retail heavy. You know what I mean? If you get the Wall Street bettors back in there, whew. Zeta up 15%. It might just be MVST. I do like this actually. I forgot who gave me this. MVST. I do like that. In the fast lane, it's running that. It's utilizing the Bollinger Band perfectly. Look at that. I mean, that's actually a perfect setup. Stock is under $1. MVST. Yeah, mean. That's what I think. Mean. Yeah. Ross, Chewy Kitty, Chewy Kitty. Chewy is that's the Roaring Kitties in that one now. But I think the Roaring Kitty sold their stake, or he sold a stake in Chewy. I'm not sure. I don't really follow up with him anymore. Oh, this is what I wanted to see. U.S. Wait, no. This will be the last thing. Y'all know I've been talking about antimony. Ooh, it is down today. So this is when I first started talking about it, when it broke its downward trend line. Antimony, U.S. antimony. This went from 6,000 a ton to almost 30,000 a ton. When I first did the live stream today, it was one of the first articles I talked about. This is a rare earth element. This is going to be one of the key driving factors, you know, with the tariff, the China war, or China tariff trade war, whatever you want to say. It's coming 2025, though. We're seeing it all over the news. Just be prepared. This is the largest mining, U.S. mining company of this antimony here. So just want to throw this out there. I follow Roaring Glenny. John, I like that. I follow Roaring Glenny. Oh, man, I miss Glenn. He'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, he should be back tomorrow. But yeah, Joey, do we have an outro scene or no? Probably not. No, I guess that'll be our outro. Cool. I like it. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Again, it looks like the Santa rally is still in play. Glenn will be back in action come tomorrow. And we will see you guys on the live stream come Wednesday. Now, everybody have a wonderful day, wonderful week. Hope everybody had a wonderful time with their family, a wonderful weekend. And really, what do I want to say? Oh, that's right. SMCI. Duh. Have a good day.